The loom with a frame allows precise management of the warp and weft threads through mechanisms for lifting the heddles, and by using pedals to change the groups of raised and lowered threads. The weaver presses the pedals to lift the heddles in different configurations, allowing the shuttle to pass through the opening created. After each shuttle pass, the weft thread is beaten into place with the beater to compact the fabric. Advantages and uses. Complex patterns. A loom with a frame allows the creation of complex and varied fabric patterns by manipulating the warp threads in different combinations. Increased efficiency. Using pedals reduces the manual effort of lifting the warp threads, enabling a faster working process. Tradition and craftsmanship. This type of loom has been used for centuries in Romania and other parts of the world to create traditional fabrics such as carpets, blankets, or folk costumes. In conclusion, the loom with a frame is a sophisticated tool that enables the manual weaving of high-quality textiles, combining tradition and craftsmanship with ingenious working techniques. The history of the loom with a frame is closely tied to the evolution of human civilization and the need to produce textiles for clothing and other uses. The loom is one of the oldest and most important craft tools, with a long evolution that reflects humanity's technological and cultural progress. A loom with a frame is a complex device used to weave fabrics. It has several essential components, each playing a specific role in the weaving process. Here are the main components. Frame, stand. In Moldova, the loom's frame is often also called Război, a general term that refers to the entire apparatus. Heddles. In Moldova, heddles are often called vartelniță or lăvânțică, though these names can vary from one community to another. Beater, blade. The beater, used to separate the warp threads, may also be known in Moldova as landa or rovet. Shuttle. In Moldova, the shuttle can also be called suveică, a term commonly used throughout Romania. Warp threads. Warp threads are also referred to as beițai or vetai in some parts of Moldova. Weft thread. The transverse thread used to fill the fabric is called vaitura or vetai in Moldova. Mobile beater, compact reed. This can also be known as lata or spetak in certain parts of Moldova. Rollers. Rollers can also be called vergele or gradina in some Moldovan regions. Warp rollers can also be called fus or rulu. Fabric rollers, often called talpi or grinda. Pedals. In Moldova, pedals are often called scocuri or picior, referring to the part of the loom that controls the heddles. Brakes can also be called opritori or strangătoare, depending on the mechanism used to maintain thread tension. In the Romanian space, the loom with a frame was an essential part of traditional culture. In many villages, each household had a loom, and weaving was a craft passed down from generation to generation, especially among women. Moldova, Muntenia, and Transylvania were regions where manual weaving was widespread, and the handcrafted products were extremely varied, from fabrics for clothing to carpets and decorative items. Each region had its own distinct patterns, techniques, and colors. The loom with a frame was a central element of Romanian folk craftsmanship, contributing to the production of traditional blouses, are, shirts, towels, licer, traditional carpets, and other decorative textiles. The traditional hand-woven patterns, often inspired by nature or ancient symbols, have become part of Romanian cultural identity.